In this video, we're going to talk about the way to identify the different types of questions that are found on the TOEFL iBT exam, specifically in the reading and listening section. So first we have the reading part, which has 10 different types of questions. And the first one is vocabulary. Therefore, in here we have one passage and the set of questions of it. In this document, I have selected the 3 questions that are about vocabulary. For example, in the first one, we have in all the questions, as you can see, you have the word, and the word is one keyword, right? Besides that, we have it closes in meaning to. If you see this set of words, it means that this is about vocabulary question. Also, you can have can be best replaced by. And as you can see here, is closes in meaning to, which is the same as the first one. Moving on, we have paraphrasing question. So in here I have one question from the passage, which says, which sentence is most similar to the following sentence from paragraph 1? Besides this statement, you can also find which sentence below best expresses the essential information. The keywords in here are is most similar to the following sentence and also best expresses the essential information. Next, there is sentence insertion. This is the easiest one to recognize because you can see the squares in the question. You will examine the first squares or look at the first square. Continuing, we have the negative factual information questions. They are easy to spot because of the keyword except and is not. In here, you can have is not true, is not mentioned, stated, discussed, and some others. Something important to mention in here is that these 2 keywords are always with capital letters. On the other hand, we have factual information questions. The keywords that are found in here for recognizing this type of question are according to and the number of paragraph. Moreover, there are other phrases like it is mentioned in paragraph, that paragraph states that, it is indicated that, which statement in paragraph best explains or describes, and some other phrases that will help you to determine whether it's a factual information question or not. Another inquiry that will appear in this part is infer rhetorical purpose. The main keyword for this question is the word author. In the same way, we can have the keywords the author's purpose. Also, the author mentions something in order to, the author uses something as an example of, or why does the author mentions something. Moving on, we have reference questions. This is another of the easiest one to recognize because the main keyword is refers to, and that's all. Next, we have another type of question, which is make an inference from stated facts. The keywords or phrases that construct this type of inquiry is implied in paragraph 2 that, what can be inferred from paragraph X about, which of the following is suggested in paragraph, it can be inferred that, and paragraph X implies or suggests. Another type of question that will appear is select summary information. You can identify it easily by the word summary. Besides that, there is a big box in which you have to draw 3 main ideas about the passage. And the final type of question is complete organizational tables. What makes this question different to the last one is that you're going to have 3 or 2 categories in which you have to choose different ideas to complete a table. I've summarized all the keywords and phrases in this chart, so it will be easy for us to know which type of question we are dealing with during the reading part.
On this part of the video, I'm going to explain you a little bit about the listening section on 12 iBT tests. So the listening section has 6 passages with 5 to 6 questions each one. It is about 60 to 90 minutes to complete all the tests, and the 6 passages are divided into 2 parts, outside the classroom and inside the classroom. Outside the classroom you will have 2 to 4 minutes conversation, and inside the classroom you will have 4 to 6 minutes lecture. And the candidate may be asked about the main ideas and detail about the passage, the purpose, the function of what the speaker said or the speaker stands, the organization of ideas, and inference. Here you can see a more detailed chart about the listening section. It has three parts. Each one has one conversation and 2 lectures, with also you can see the time here and the number of questions. The third part won't be scored in most of the time, but the candidate will be mentioned about it. Here we have 8 types of questions that I'm going to explain you in here. The first type of question is connected content questions. To the left hand, you will have some strategies that will help you to identify this type of question. Also, you can see here in highlighted word some keywords that will help you to identify, as I said. What is the woman surprise, for example? What is the speaker probably most likely to do next? And also we have the keyword imply and inferred. In connected content questions, the candidate may be asked to draw a conclusion, to predict an outcome, to make an inference, to recognize a sequence, or to determine a certain effect. And also to the right side, you can see an example. For example, why is the woman surprised to learn that she has been chosen as the new theme caption? The detailed question. And here also you can see some keywords that will help you to identify this type of questions. And you will find on the test about maybe one per passage. One detailed question per passage. And the keywords are stated, indicated, according to, said about, suggest, or how, where, when did, or who is, as in the example it is shown. Who is buying the new jackets for the men? The detailed question is often asked following a lecture, so it's sometimes asked following a conversation as well. The question asks why a minor detail is mentioned in the talk. The function questions. The function question won't ask you what does the listening mean, like other questions, but it asks you what the speaker said and what he says. Many times the speaker uses slang, idioms, or say things that are not directly relevant to what the question asks. The keywords in here are why, what, and say this, mean, and imply. Also, you can see the example in the right side. The stance question. You will find it from 0 to 1 per passage, and the speaker may express likes, dislikes, or concerns, and how certain or doubtful he or she is about the topic. And the keywords are attitude, opinion, think about, inferred, and mean. You can see the example in here. And the organization question. Here you can find this type of question on lecture or conversation. If you find it on lecture, you will have maybe from 1 to 2 questions, and if you find it on a conversation, you will have 0 to 1 question. The keywords are why, discuss or mention, or how is the information organized, what is explained, illustrated by the example of, and click put a check mark in the correct column or box. Organization question asks you to understand how the detail and information are organized in the talk or lecture. Also here we have the example. And the inference question. Here you can see the keywords what, imply, what, infer, and implication. An inference question requires that you understand an indirect meaning of a sentence understood in a lecture. This type of question requires you to look further than the surface or literal meaning of the speech, ideas, or sentences to find the correct answer. Also, you can see the example. In the gist content questions, you will see on every passage maybe one of these type of questions. How to identify it? Because on the question you will find the keywords mainly about, mainly discuss, what does the student or the teacher maybe, what is the main purpose. The gist content question asks you to identify the main topic or idea of the listening conversation or lecture. You can see the example. And the gist purpose question, also you will find at least one in each per passage, and you will have the same keywords as the gist content question. And also, the gist purpose question asks you to identify what the main purpose of the conversation or lecture is. The purpose question often looks for an overall purpose of the dialogue or what the dialogue happens in the first place, but not any specific detail. You should only focus on the big picture on the dialogue for this question. Also, you can see the example. Here we have some reference where the information was taken.